Hey everybody, it's the Golden Sound Twice. So I'm going to make this a very short and sweet video. So I got to go to Nebraska Con this weekend, and it was absolutely lovely because I was able to go to some voice acting panels and meet Erica Lindbeck, and yes, I am looking at the pamphlet because I don't remember last names right now. And then Erin Zek, and Erin Zek is in Ruby, and she plays Blake and Belladonna. And then Erica Lindbeck has done a lot of things like Fire Emblem and Persona 5 and Tales of Basira and Legend of Legends and Your Lie in April. And so there's a lot of great actors there. I didn't get to go to Keith Silverstein's panel, and I'm really sad about that, but I was in line to go to Todd Haberkorn's panel, and so I was like, I can't split off. But so I went to 2 of the 3 days that originally I was supposed to go to. I ended up having to work, and then I went to go see the Little Mermaid off Broadway, and that was phenomenal. Oh my gosh, the music and the actors and the set and design, it was phenomenal, and I can make another video about that because I had some thoughts about it. There was some really awesome scenes, and then there was just some writing that was like, what Disney, why? We'll get to that later in the next video. But, sorry, and I'm very scatterbrained right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I look a lot more pale than usual, and that is because I was very sick at the con. So I was in line for like 4 hours to see Todd Haberkorn, which I don't regret, and met some really cool people there, and I will post videos up. I tried to take a video where I was like, hey everybody, take a look, I have a YouTube account, say hi, and everybody's just kind of like, and I'm like, oh, nobody knows I exist. That's okay. That is okay. So maybe next year I can go there and take a video, and everybody will be like, ah. But at that time, they were all looking at me going, who is she? What? No, you're nobody. Go away. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But so right now, because of lupus and Hashimoto's, I'm struggling to even stand on my feet for 10 minutes. So 4 hours, okay. Anyway, long story short, after I met Todd Haberkorn, I, like 30 minutes later, passed out at a vending table. I was getting ready to purchase a necklace, and I was deciding which one, and I passed out. And, like, I was only out for a few seconds, and I opened my eyes, and, like, there was a group of people around me, and I had, like, 3 water bottles in my face, and, like, somebody was handing me grapes, and then there was, like, a wheelchair behind me, and I was like, what? But everybody was really great there, and it was just fainting from, like, exhaustion and pain, and I honestly did not drink any water when I was in line because I was like, oh, I can't get up and use the restroom. That is dumb. So always, whenever you're at any of these events, hydrate yourself, be snacking, don't be alone in the line, have another person, or at least have somebody that can take a team and, like, you can leave and then come back. And I should have done that more often. I did it a couple times, but I wasn't drinking water, and that was dumb. So don't be like me. But the medical staff there was very quick and on the spot, and they took me into the medic room and took care of me, and they were wonderful, wonderful people, and got me everything that I needed. And so it was great. I was like, I can't have grapes because I'm on an all liquid diet. And then I think it was Brian or Luke was like, well, remember now you're allowed to have 1 solid day. I was like, okay, I'll have grapes. So, but meeting Todd Haberkorn was a phenomenal thing. He is so kind and so polite and funny and interacts with everybody, which is a very hard thing to constantly do. He met over like I think 250 people in that line, and he makes sure to give each individual person time, and that is just so draining. And so I think it's wonderful that he does it, that he makes that time and that effort. And honestly, he had been like up and awakened at the airport like at 3 o'clock in the morning and got in at noon. And so I just, he is wonderful, and he makes the fans feel fantastic. Like I left feeling just really great about myself and really great about the experience. And although the first few seconds that I was talking to him, I was so brain dead. I had been on my feet. I felt like my legs were on fire. And so, they had let me sit down. And so I hobbled up with my cane, my walking stick. And he looks at me, and normally people are just bubbly and just like, hi, Todd. And so like, that's a good way to start a conversation. And I'm looking at him going, I'm dead inside. Not what I actually said, but what I'm thinking. And I'm just like, ow, 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 ow. And I think he saw that flash across my face. So he looks at me, he goes, so tell me, what did I miss this weekend? And I was in so much pain. I was just sitting there going, well, my life's dying. And then I was like, oh, he means the con. And I was like, I went to a voice acting panel. That was really cool. And I said the wrong actor's name for that panel because I could barely form sentences. So I was just like, that's not how I imagined this conversation would go. I'm an idiot. He was very kind and gracious. But I did get to tell him, here's a really cool thing. So when I was a freshman in college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a writer, but I didn't know really where to go with it and what to do. And my English department was not as giving and was not like helpful in giving information to what I wanted to do. And so I felt very discouraged. And later on, I was able to get with professors and talk to them and whatnot, and like meet with them and like get different views and opinions and ideas. But those first few years as an English major were very rough, and I felt like I was met with a lot of negativity, and so I really wasn't sure where I could go and what I could do. And my mom was like, well, why don't you consider going to be a teacher? Because I used to be a competitive figure skater, and I used to help teach at the Learn to Skate, and had a couple of students of my own. And so my mom was like, well, based off that experience, you're very good with kids, you're very good at teaching, and all your cousins love you, like all the little munchkins. And I was like, I would be teaching them academic stuff, and no. N-O! Exclamation point. But I took an education class, and I just knew it wasn't right for me because I would be watching people like professors and principals and teachers, and like they had us visit, middle school and high school and elementary and kindergarten, and you could see that these teachers, they were very tired. They were exhausted. They had been up probably at 4 or 5 in the morning, and they would probably be there doing homework and whatnot until 9 o'clock at night. But they still really loved their job. Like, they were exhausted, but they loved their job. They loved what they were doing, and you could just see this joy, like, and this little twinkle in their eyes as they talked about what they did. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all towards this. And so I would go home to my dorm room, and I would be doing homework, and I would start watching anime or listen to like voice actors doing panels and whatnot. And one day I was watching Vic Mignogna and Todd Haberkorn talking at a panel at an anime convention to their fans and whatnot, and I just watched the interaction with the fans, and I listened to Todd and to Vic talking about what they loved about being voice actors and whatnot. And so they were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do with my life. And so then next semester, I went out and started taking classes in the acting department. And so then that's how I double majored in theater and in writing. And so again, my goal, the hope is to be a voice actor. And so I was talking, like, I had to give a very short and condensed version of that to Todd because, you know, there is a line of, like, probably 1,000 people, and you know that line got cut off at one point in time. And so, so, like, I was one of the very lucky that got to meet him and whatnot. And so it's like, on the one hand, I basically want to be like, all right, guys, go away. I'm going to have, like, an hour talking to this amazing person that has inspired me. But on the other hand, you also want to be respectful of the other people that have stood in line and respectful to Todd, who's like probably trying not to fall over and die from exhaustion. So it's like that, how do I handle this? And then of course there's that one part, like I wanted to be so professional because I'm hoping to work with him someday. Like I would love to audition to Funimation and do different things like that. And so like I wanted to be professional. I was originally going to dress up in my cosplay of Chat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug, and I was just like, nope, I'm going to wear nice clothes, and my makeup is going to be normal. I'm sure you guys have seen my makeup be anything from like a flaring purple and blue to like bedazzled reds and gold, so I love having fun with my makeup. I don't wear normal makeup whatsoever. So, but it was more normal for me that day. But yeah, I was like, I want to make an impression, although my hair for some reason that day, like it was a fade. I don't know what my hair was doing. It was trying to betray me. But so I tried to look as professional as possible because I was like, you know, I want to make a good impression. He's probably not ever going to remember me, but if someday I get to audition, I wanted to be like, yes, I remember you. And then hopefully hire me because of how talented I am and whatnot. I need to... It's been so long since I've done any roles. I really need to get back into practicing and doing characters and whatnot. But anyway, so I had wanted to make a good impression. And then there's that other part of you that just wants to like scream and cry and laugh hysterically because you're like, I'm meeting Todd Haberkorn and this is amazing. But I didn't, so that was good. But so I got to tell him, be like, you know, you've really inspired me, and I think you're very talented. And he gave me some really good advice about, you know, life kind of just taking you. It's kind of hard to explain. I think ultimately what he was trying to say was that it's great to have, you know, a life plan and whatnot, but also to allow life to take you and to kind of go with where it will take you, because, you know, he never originally planned to be a voice actor and kind of fell into it, and it wasn't planned, and he's usually somebody that has, like, he was saying that he's usually somebody with a 5 to 10 year plan, and I was like, well, thank you, I really appreciate that voice. I most definitely want to be a voice actor, but I'm realizing, especially with lupus, that life will not always take me where I expect it to. But, wow, I am so sorry. I was not expecting to get emotional. Wow. But yeah, so my illness has definitely been a deterrent, and you would think like, oh, you're home all the time. You can do... No, sometimes I'm in so much pain, it's hard to even get out of bed sometimes. And then depression really nags at you too, like when that comes, because I went from being very active and like, you know, being a competitive figure skater, being able to act, and although admittedly when I was in college, it was hard. There were days where I could barely get out of bed while I was in college too. So it's like college, but more so, like I'm even sicker than when I was in college, and that's saying something, because like I would be so ill, but I would still like make it to rehearsal and be at rehearsals for 4 to 5 hours. What fell over? Stop that. Whatever's going on over there. No. But like I just don't have that energy now. And it's very frustrating. But hopefully I'll be meeting with a doctor soon, and hopefully we'll get medication, something, maybe. Long story short, I'm going to take the necessary steps that I need to achieve my goals. And but just meeting Todd Haberkorn was an incredible life experience because first of all, I was meeting like one of my heroes. Like, oh my gosh, I want to be an actor because of you. Or rather, it was seeing him that led me to like watching him and watching Vic Mignogna like led me to my goal. It was more of like watching them and like turned on that light bulb, like this is what I want to do. Yeah. And I absolutely still want to. So meeting him has, I think, given me the strength to, you know, combat and fight against the depression that I've been really, really struggling with. And even during the days where my health just won't let me do things, I'm still going to keep trying it. I'm still going to keep writing. So I guess like that's what this is all about. I guess what this video is, that he is a wonderful person. It was wonderful to meet him. And I hope to meet him again, maybe talk to him a little bit longer and be like, no, you don't understand. Like, you're awesome. But anyway, it was the greatest few moments of my life. It was cut too short. I wanted to say so much more, and I felt like I was a bit almost, I don't think I was rude in any way, shape, or form, but I do think that I had some more quipped, like my answers were a lot shorter than I wanted them to be because I was trying to keep in mind of the line that was behind me, but he was just such a wonderful person and made me feel so wonderful about myself. And, oh, hi. Hello, I am getting many texts that I need to respond to. Hello. But so here's the photo. It was wonderful. I was so happy. Wow, that looks really faded out. Whoa, did you see? Look at that. There's me in the reflection of me showing your oh, that's some Inception stuff going on there. Oh, it's infinity. Look, it keeps going. Anyway, wonderful Todd Haberkorn was very kind enough to take a photo with me, and then he signed. Look at that, signed my manga. So it was a tremendous experience. It was wonderful to see and behold the person behind the voice of so many shows that I've watched over the years that helped get me through college and whatnot. So anyway. So, time to wrap up this video. I have phone calls to make, apparently. Were any of you at Nebraska Con? Please comment. Tell me, like, if you've ever had a chance to meet Todd Haberkorn and your experience with him. I had a wonderful experience. He's just such a wonderful, wonderful man. Would love to, like, just sit down and have like a good hour of conversation with him someday. Like, I think that would be wonderful. He has so much life experience and wisdom, I feel, and a immaculate sense of style. Like, he was styling, and I was like, yes, you are doing this right, sir. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will try to do a review later tonight. So the Golden Sound Twice out. Did I do my name right? I don't know anymore. All right. Bye.